Well, he's doing that in this matchup, that's for sure. I mean, just look at what he's doing on the map, just from a slaying standpoint, compared to everybody else in the game. And, you know, where Dashy had that atrocious map 1, I mean, Envoy is just in the blender here. He is 4 and 18. Not that anyone's really popping off, per se, but tracking back off spawn. But good job dealing with the streak, and Scump's nade, I think, was the one that killed Player in Kitchen, ended up being crucial to that sequence.
Yeah, it just gives them an angle on the point, right? The other players are stuck back towards backcourt. If Scump doesn't get that kill, those players they have to run into a crossfire. But he's able to get it, but that's all for Dead, Abizi, hop, skimp, and a jump shot at basketball. And there we go. Atlanta FaZe in a dominant series. 3-0 Optic Chicago. I just want to get, you have to talk about Atlanta FaZe. You have to give them props. A lot of people thought they were struggling at times. Again, testing that map pool, but you get them on some of their comfortable maps, they show you who they are still.
TP, they have to hold. They need these points now. They cannot let SB continue to push them back. TP comes through. He's going to go down. Another one goes in. It's now back to 2 points. Ace is coming in. Complexity is starting to turn up now. They really need to keep going. 1 minute 24 left. 2 points down. They have to make something.
And Karim 6 is turning it on to another level. He was on a 7-point streak. Finally cleaned up. Aches goes down in the middle. TP, the last man standing, knows he's got to be sneaking. Unable to do so. Sensor sniffs him out and cleans him up. Down to the last 60 seconds. A 2-point difference. And here goes Sensor to make it a 3-point.
They're going to continue going. Complexity need every single point. They need to go every single way their way. 2 members left in here. They've got to try and get in. They've got to get through. Another kill going down. Another one going down. They're going to get it again. It's 13-9. And now Complexity, as Dino goes huge, shutting them down. He gets another one.
What the
my
Dino?
Goodness. How on earth has Dino just held off Complexity? He's still going. He's getting the points. They're being relayed. And it is now impossible for Complexity. They are going to the losers bracket. SB have qualified for the World Championships in the most fantastic of ways. Oh my goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, strictly business coming in and pulling off 2 of the biggest upsets of the tournament.
Every single player positive on Envious as they look to close the map out on this next trade hardpoint.
And I love that instant reaction from Temp. He's like, where they're trying to spawn, gets the call out from his team, instantly whips around, all of VG spawning in the back, and that is absolute worst case scenario. 20 seconds away for Envy to win this game. They have all the streaks, they have the full setup. EG, this is absolute desperation mode.
Aches, 1 death away from being 9 and 30. One of the worst stat lines we've seen so far in the CWL Pro League. He's been called out, he's been killed. 9 and 30. Aches goes in map 1 as Envy smoke EG on London Docks hardpoint.
Yeah, pretty brutal there, Jack. I was trying to do the math in my head from the scoreboard. So he goes -21. I don't even know if Envy was +21. Like, I think literally the kill difference in that game was literally just on Aches.
You had Madcat on that squad, the Epsilon squad back then, that managed to put across that free kill impact squad in the 100-point club.
Jared's a god, man.
He is.
17, 13, Bance continued to perform here, and Madcat as well. Everybody chimed in from the Splice squad. If you're a fan of Optic Game, you want Karma to get involved, you want Scump to get involved, and Formal's going to go ahead calling his fighter pilot here, picks up 2.
Still no one on the hill, however, so they're not actually picking up the time that they do need now to close out this game. Finally, players get on there, but Scump, he isn't going to just give away this game for free.
Just 18 more points for Splice for them to take this map 1. Madcat with the mortar strikes, he finds 2. Now nades rain down inside the hardpoint. Optic Gaming desperately trying to fight back into this game. They're not giving up without a fight. 30 seconds remaining on this East Road hardpoint as still kills being continued to trade between both these teams. Optic spawning out over near the back bridge. Splice still trying to hold on.
I mean, at this point, we're looking at a flawless hardpoint game now that has to come out from Optic Game, and it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Tommy just pops a 4-piece out of absolute nowhere on the hill. Nicely played from him. Now he searches for the 30th kill. Will he find it? Yes, he will. It's going to make it another double for Tommy. A beautiful, beautiful game comes out from Europe's best Splice.
Europe came to play. Tommy's fired up. A phenomenal game for Splice here in game 1. Everybody firing on all cylinders at the end here. Optic Gaming, they're forced to push right through this choke point, and Tommy just shreds them all one by one by one.
John pulls the flag, enable the last one alive. Gonna get shut down by John. He is gonna be able to escape. He is on a foot race, and you can already see Slasher at the top of your mini-map watching exactly what he needs to. If he picks up the kill, maybe he gets 2. This will result in a flag cap for Envy.
Exact same situation. He finds 1, but is traded. Streaks still coming in. Apathy's got him to work with team kills, but John gets the cap anyway. Envy has played that flawlessly and find themselves up 2-1.
Apathy completely turning this game around. down for his squad. Now FaZe is going to start turning into desperation mode. Stops the heat wave, gets the beat down as well. Fantastic stuff. FaZe, though, is going to need to get aggressive. There's also the 5th robot on the map, the Cerberus, the Hound of Hell, going to be causing all the more problems for FaZe to get past in the first. Now make it 3 kills in their favor. Attach the last one alive. 50 seconds. FaZe needs to pull off a miracle.
This game is spiraling out of control. Apathy made sure that he stayed alive for those last 50 points after his 5 kill spree to get the Cerberus. Now that it's called in, FaZe has to answer to it. But again, just like in the hard point, time is not what they have here at the end. They have to destroy the Cerberus. They have to get 4 down. They have to do it again and get the flag cap, and it's looking like the odds are stacked heavily against them.
You know, something has to be up, man. Clayster right now sitting at 4 kills and 20 deaths. Something is not going right. They're going to need to figure out that problem very, very quickly. 20 seconds left. The only player from FaZe that's nearby the flag is going to be Zoomaa, and you see how many of those blue arrows are turned to focus on him. Apathy, I think, as well, is going to be controlling that Cerberus. So there is literally nothing that can be done. Not controlling the Cerberus. He's capping flags. The Cerberus is doing the work on his own.
He's too busy controlling the game, Chance.
Finishes off with a 7-kill streak. Calls in the Hellstorm, picks up a kill. Calls in the Lightning, picks up the hill. He went on a massive streak at the end and won his team the game. We said he was, you know, a little bit inconsistent at times, but when he is on, he can take over. 24 and 14. Fantastic performance coming out of him and Team Envious.
You got to wonder what happened with Clayster this game. That's, like you said, well, I agree.
It's not right. Something's not right.
Something happened here. And I'm not entirely sure of what it is, but 4-22 is not what he does, not the numbers you're ever going to see him put up again, and Envious is going to close out the series.
Going to be FaZe winning it early. Gunless is inside the hotel, and he starts to score.
Well, look, Straight Rippin' is the underdog coming into this series. I think everyone would kind of predict that. But when you have Temp and Dashy, 2 players that are that good, I mean, all you need for them is to heat up, and you have a good chance. And you have Study, a guy who plays with a ton of emotion here on the main stage in front of a crowd. You expect him to really get fired up, and then Straight Ribbon can kind of snowball this game in their favor, like you're seeing them do in map number 1. And Enable and Zoomaa, Chris, through the the first rotation of hills, and you got 2 kills for Zoomaa, 4 for Enable here. You got to have them pick it up here in the second half.
Keep your eyes on Temp. He's got that camo if things go sour for Straight Rippin', but so far they have a perfect setup on Cathedral. They need just 20 points. And Matt, we could see the game end right here. Zoomaa is 3 and 22. When we went to his screen, he was tweaking. He wasn't able to hit his shots. He is all over the place. I don't know, is this a controller issue? Is this a mental issue? Clearly he was here early enough to warm up. Things are going terrible for FaZe Clan as Straight Rippin' crushes game number 1.
And you see the guys from Straight, they're fired up, they're laughing. Temp has talked more trash this weekend than he has played games, just about. Even when he's not in the game, he's standing behind other players just talking trash. I'm sure he's letting his teammates know what he thinks of FaZe right now, and you see FaZe, they're just clearly not in sync with each other here.
Zoomaa has had hand issues in the past, and you see him at the end of the desk there for FaZe Clan, trying to sort out what is going wrong. That is the most off game I have seen from him in his career so far.
Classic.
Speaking of
struggling.
Speaking of confidence, I've got to jump on board with him. We've got to see whether or not, I mean, this is the time to get the kills.
Yeah, I mean, no, this would definitely be the time you wanted these kills. You would have probably liked them earlier. This map probably would have been over, but no, right now, do or die, round 11, search and destroy.
Now he's going forward. He's going to see one there. No,
hey,
gets the assist.
Gets the assist, so maybe the COD gods are not on his side in this series.
Well, they're waiting. That is the advantage that they have managed to get first blood.
Parasite really aggressive right there on to B-Bomb. Probably would have liked to see them play a little bit more defensive. Go back to that playstyle that they were using earlier. Apathy able to pick up a huge kill right there on Slack. Slack's able to pick that up. 4-on-2 man advantage right there. Pretty much win for most wanted.
Okay, you can see the entirety of FaZe just stacking outside of Motel. They're waiting for this bomb to go down. They're not really going to try and engage too much. Huddle has been seen. He's got him. No karma has gone down. Advantage now back in favor of most wanted. He's going to go for it. He's going to see one on top. He's got it at the same time. Apathy now has to pick up a 1v3 clutch. 27 seconds left.
Apathy, he is in a pretty decent position, Bryce. He's going to have to try and get this player off a bomb, and then he's going to have to try and just run away and just buy time. It looks like there's a player behind him. Actually, the player behind is not able to pick up that kill. And that is huge, Bryce.
Oh,
and
down he goes.
Spacely able to spot him as he walks around the corner.
How did he get a
And
kill?
that was really scary. Foremost Wanted Classic celebrating his 0-11. I mean, his teammates have to be just looking at him like, man, what happened?
But there you go. A win is still a win. 0-11.
I mean, a win is a win, but
I think his teammates are laughing
his teammates
at him.
are looking at him. I mean, that is unreal. That's the first time I've ever seen something like that. Huddle, Slack to end Spacely, all over 10 kills in Search and Destroy. I mean, FaZe pretty much just got beat 3v4
Yeah,
in
they
that Search
certainly
and
did.
Destroy. I mean, that's just unreal. I've never seen anything like that.